Hey guys, it's RodimusPrimal. I am back on another video, and today, with Hasbro's Pulsecon being 1 week away, there is a lot of Transformers news and information that is starting to trickle out, as well as some leaked images that we get to see, which might actually be true to what's coming in the future, and a lot of it is exciting, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about it. So sit back, relax, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let's transform and roll out. But first, today's video is sponsored by World of Warships Legends. What is World of Warships Legends? It's a free-to-play and free-to-win multiplayer online game that allows you to take control of various World War I and World War II warships as you try to defeat the enemy team. You can control cruisers, battleships, destroyers, and even aircraft carriers from various countries. But you might be asking, Rodimus, what does this have to do with Transformers? Well, I'm glad you asked. World of Warships Legends is teaming up with Transformers who are ready to leave their mark, dealing maximum damage. Special bundles will be available, allowing you to upgrade your ships with permanent camouflages and challenges from the warring factions of the Autobots and Decepticons. Speaking of which, you can add Cybertronian commanders with Optimus Prime and Bumblebee on the Autobot side, and the Decepticons get Megatron and Frenzy. Come on, guys, you've seen my video, right? You guys are calling him Rumble? World of Warships Legends is currently available for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Be sure to check out the game today, and don't forget to use my invite code at this website, which of course is in the description below, to get the Tier 2 Premium Ship Aurora, 3 days of premium count, and 75,000 credits. So once again, be sure to check out World of Warships Legends today. Okay, so with Hasbro Pulsecon only being a week away, everybody is starting to gear up to get all of their stuff ready for whatever promotions they're doing for Transformers. And here we have Funko Pop is coming out with Retro Toys Transformers. For those who really wanted to see Funko Pops done with Transformers, me personally, I don't collect Funko Pops. I find them to be, they're just not my thing. But some people really dig them. They're all over them. And you can see they got Megatron, they've got Bumblebee. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be all over the Bumblebee one. G1 Jazz. You've got Optimus Prime, of course. And they also have a metallic version of Optimus, as well as a G1 toy Soundwave. I would like to see more an animation model, but it is cool to have this classic Decepticon symbol face. That was basically how they made the Decepticon symbol to begin with. It is kind of neat in that respect. There is going to be 3 exclusives. There's going to be a Battle Damage Soundwave that's going to be available at GameStop. Amazon exclusive is going to be the metallic one. And then there is going to be a limited edition only on Funko Pop's website is Jetfire. I wanted to say Skyfire, but it is the G1 Jetfire, the Macross. I think I'm saying that right. For this Funko Pop, which is based upon, of course, that toy. And I'm hoping Harmony Gold doesn't come after them again, but it is kind of cool that they are doing a G1 Jetfire. I would like to see a G1 Skyfire to go on top of that, but that's my own personal take. But again, I'm not a collector of the Funko Pops, so but there are going to be a lot of people who are going to be all over this, and it's going to be neat for people who wanted some cutesy versions of them to begin with. And there's also keychains. Keychains is always a good thing. I might actually get an Optimus Prime keychain. If they did Rodimus Prime, I'm sure I would get that one. So Hasbro Pulsecon is going to be next week. It is going to start on Friday, the 25th at 11 a.m. and at 10 a.m. on Saturday, the 26th. They are going to do this, the second day. Now, the first day, what they're doing is everything outside of G.I. Joe and Transformers. So they're doing Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, Power Rangers, Star Wars, and Ghostbusters. That's all going to be on Friday. And then Saturday, they're going to do G.I. Joe, followed by Transformers. And I think the reason why they're doing all of that stuff, on Friday is because there's like, obviously there's a lot to talk about, but not as much as I think they're going to gear up for with G.I. Joe and for Transformers. Because Transformers, I think, is one of Hasbro's biggest moneymakers still right now, considering that they have Star Wars and they have Ghostbusters and now they have Power Rangers. So, the Power Rangers toys are getting the War for Cybertron treatment as far as like what the quality of the toys are going to be. So if you are a Power Rangers fan, it is something to start collecting. I know some people, like, I'm not a Power Rangers collector, but I know some people are already getting the Megazords and stuff. And I would like to see some more Dungeons and Dragons stuff. And I'm not a big Magic the Gathering guy, but it is kind of neat. G.I. Joe in particular, I think what they're going to be doing is they're going to be showing off the 6-inch toys, and then they're going to be showing off the 3 3/4 toys, and maybe there might be a cartoon, a comic book, maybe a live action film announcement as to what they're going to do with that. I know there are going to be a lot of guests from different, films with Hasbro Pulsecon, but for Transformers in particular, which is what you guys are waiting for me to talk about, they're going to do a panel that is the voices that inspired Transformers fans. So they're going to be getting Peter Cullen and Frank Welker, which, by the way, they need to bring them back onto different Transformers series and movies again, because they are sorely missed. But they're going to be there with Hasbro doing a panel, and then they're going to show off the Kingdom toy line. They're going to show off the entire first wave of Kingdom, which is going to be like half G1, half Beast Wars. And I have already said that I would like to see some other characters getting mixed in before, even though I'm more of a G1 guy. And I do like Beast Wars, and I do like what some of the leaks that we've seen of those Beast Wars toys. So I am excited to see them, and I'm hoping that they're going to be, like, all of the reveals, get us excited for next year's toy line. In addition, of course, John Cena is going to be there. Since he was in the Bumblebee movie, obviously he's going to be there to talk about his experience and while he was there. And from my understanding, I think he's a Transformers fan too, even though as far as other WWE guys, I'm more fans of some other WWE guys, like ones that have beaten John Cena. So, but it was kind of cool that he was in the Bumblebee movie. And, since that was a really good film, I actually really enjoyed the Bumblebee movie, and I wouldn't mind seeing, personally, I would like to see triple changers of Shatter and Dropkick made, like actual toys that are triple changers that work for both Shatter and Dropkick, since they were really good villains in that film. Because to me, the Transformers are always the stars. I've always said that no matter what live action film it is. I personally believe one of the biggest faults of the live action films is they've always made the humans the stars, and they need to make the Transformers the stars. And I liked the Transformers in the Bumblebee movie when they were there. And the Transformers couldn't have come to Earth, of course, if they weren't aboard the Ark. And Hasbro has also released this image of the blueprint for the Ark, because there is a rumor going around that next year's Titan is going to be a transforming Ark. I know it's not going to be Omega Supreme. At least I don't think it's going to be Omega Supreme, but it would be cool if it is, as an Earth mode for the Ark. Of course, it's not going to be. But in particular, I do like the idea of a full-size Ark that could be used as a playset. And I think that's the reason why we're seeing the blueprint right now. I think it's really, really cool to be able to see like all the detail, and you can actually download this image, I think, directly from and use it as a wallpaper if you wanted to. Now, as I had stated before, there has been a lot of leaks when it comes down to Transformers. We have seen already some of the Kingdom toys showing up because people at the factory are pretty sneaky, and even though they're not supposed to be taking pictures, and they're not supposed to be taking the toys home, and they're not supposed to be selling the toys, at least as far as I know, they are, and we are getting to see a lot of these leaks come out quite a bit. And this one in particular, I'm actually happy for Prime fans, and I'll tell you why. You guys know I'm a G1 guy. I like Beast Wars. I like to see more Beast Wars and G1 stuff. But I also know that Breakdown and the Jet Viacon were limited in their release. Not a lot of people were able to get their hands on them, and they're toys that people really, really wanted. Well, they're full on reissuing them. So you're going to be able to get your hands on both Breakdown and the Viacon. I don't have links yet because they're not, it's not available yet, but these are the images that have been leaked so far. It's going to be a 2-pack for the two of them. So if you weren't able to get your hands on the exact same ones that were released in Japan, I think a few years ago, back when Prime was still in the air. So I am excited for this for a lot of Prime fans. Now, speaking of Transformers Prime, one of the Hall of Fame votes for this year is your favorite Transformers Prime character. I just want to say this now before I say about who I voted for. I do want to see more Transformers animated stuff, because animated did have a lot of cool things, like Lugnut, was a really cool character. I did like that version of Blitzwing, and there were a lot of cool story elements to animated, so I wouldn't mind seeing some toys from that toy line as well. But Prime right now is getting a lot of love for it being its 10th anniversary, and you're going to be able to be voting for your favorite Transformers Prime character. I voted for Knockout, because Knockout probably is one of my favorite characters in Transformers Prime, because he was a standout original character. They weren't trying to make him be someone he wasn't. I do kind of see that he was like a cross between two different Stunticons, since Breakdown was, not made, him and Breakdown were not made Stunticons, if you guys saw that Transformers discussion video. Knockout in particular was one of my favorites, and I that's the one that I voted for, who I would like to see win. And then, of course, you can vote for your favorite Earthrise figure as well that was released here in 2020. There is a lot of good Earthrise toys on the market, and it's kind of hard to pick. It's really hard to pick. So, I kind of picked the one that I liked. Some of them, I was like, oh, I got to pick one. But the link for that's going to be in the description, so you're going to be able to at least, cast your votes for who is your favorite Prime character and what was your favorite Earthrise toy. Now, I talked about this with Breakdown and the Viacon, that, a lot of toys are getting leaked quite a bit, to the point where, the factory workers are just not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they're taking images and putting them on social media, and it's getting out there, and all these leaks are coming out. And one of the rumors of the leaks was that they are doing a Studio Series 86 line in addition to the existing Studio Series toys. So they're still doing the other live action toys, but they're also doing Studio Series 86. And this is going to be where they're going to have characters that are not going to be in Kingdom, but are going to be true to the 1986 movie, and that makes me excited as well. So in other words, it's kind of like a subline within its own subline. So they're having the Studio Series, and the Studio Series 86 is like a smaller line that's just specific to some of the characters that are not going to appear in Kingdom. And it's kind of they're doing a lot of cross promotion, I guess you can say. And it makes me excited in one ticket. And it kind of I understand the frustration of Bayformers fans who are like, you got your 86 garbage is infecting our precious and well-worshipped Michael Bay stuff. I hear you. But to me, to actually have a cup figure, and I have the Generations cup that turns into a more modern pickup truck, as well as the Takara Legends, which is a remold of the Titans Return one, and is also a Headmaster and a Target Master, toy. So I have those two, as well as the G1 cup, but this one looks a lot better. This one looks to be like it's a worthy update. Now, in addition, of course, this is from Kingdom itself. Paleotrex, I think his name is a fossilizer. It's going to be basically like Cog. You're going to be able to take him apart and armor up a Transformer. My guess, and this is just kind of I think Dinobot's not going to have all of the chrome grill things that he had in from the cartoon, but he did have that he didn't have in the toy, but he did have in the cartoon. So you're going to have to use one of the fossilizers probably to armor him up. And I think that's what they're doing with the whole fossilizers. I want to see actual images of these fossilizers more than just than just this. And in the same way, I want to see the same thing when it comes down to Hot Rod. This Hot Rod looks amazing. I want to see the legit Hot Rod. A lot of you guys have been messaging me. I get, like, you guys, like, never messaged me before. You'll message me on Facebook and Instagram and saying, did you see this? Did you see this? Yes, I'm seeing the headlines. I see the websites. Okay, I'm seeing it, but I don't want to talk about the rumors because I want to talk about it when the images are official, because I don't want to promote the idea behind these leaks. I don't like the idea behind all this stuff leaking. I really don't. So I want to see legit images of this Hot Rod. This Hot Rod figure looks fantastic, by the way. Looks like he's got the opening hands like Optimus has, so he'll be able to hold the Matrix. He looks like he is going to be cartoon, like movie accurate, actually. I think he's not going to be the magenta. He's going to be more like the red, like the original toy. But he's got probably going to have the visor that's going to go up and down. And the transformation looks like it's going to be similar to the 86 movie when he's on Quintessa and he does like that weird arm flip thing when he transforms. I think that's what they're doing with it. I want to see the full spoiler. I want to see him full, because the Titans Return Hot Rod was okay. Power of the Prime's Hot Rod and Rodimus Prime was okay. I want a better Hot Rod and a better Rodimus Prime. And I like the idea behind the Studio Series 86 subline. I've also seen some names on them. Jazz is one. And I guess Jazz is not going to appear in Kingdom. I want Jazz. Jazz deserves a bigger spotlight. So does Rodimus Prime. So does Grimlock. And Grimlock and Slag, or they're calling him Slug, are on that list. Well, here's the thing. If Grimlock and Slug are, that means we're going to get full-size Dinobots. Why get Volcanicus? Which, I gotta say, I'm looking at those images of Volcanicus, and I'm like, man, they look so good. But again, I even said it last video. I'm not a fan of the Volcanicus mold. I'm not a fan of that toy. It was not a good toy. Even if Takara does improvements on it, it's just not my cup of tea. But I'm hoping for a much better, Hot Rod. I kind of want them to do an RC. I would really like them to do an even better RC than Earthrise. She deserves it a lot. So does an Earth Mode Ultra Magnus. So does a better Galvatron, a better Cyclonus and Scourge. I would like to see all of those, toys made from the 86 movie. I know some people want to see the 86 movies continue, the Studio Series continue with the Bayformers stuff, and I think they are. I think they still are. You're still going to get your Bayformers stuff, and they're probably going to finish up the Dark of the Moon and move on to Age of Extinction soon enough. But at the same time, I think they're doing this as a celebration for the 86 movie. Also, probably to keep the Studio Series Studio Series line alive. Think about this for a moment. Age of Extinction and The Last Night were not box office successes in the US. Age of Extinction was in China. The Last Night was a bomb as far as Paramount was concerned. And that is probably why they want to hold off. They want to give, time kind of makes you say hey, now I want an Onslaught. Now I want a Mohawk. Now I want a Berserker, or whatever they do. But they've done, around the time of The Last Night, which was only a couple of years ago, they came out with a lot of toys for it. So I don't know why you would want yet another toy. There are some characters who, some of you guys want. So if you want them, you basically you should hope that they continue on with the Studio Series line. And I think that's why they're doing this with the 86 line as well. Now, all of that being said, you're probably wondering, all right, Rodimus, what's going on with the Transformers discussion? The last video you did was the Constructicons video, but it's an older one and you redid it. Yes, and I did Sunstreaker before that, and I have more Transformers discussion videos that are coming soon. I have scripts that I am working on. I've asked my patrons and I've asked my channel members, for input about which one I should cover next. One of the things I want to do before the end of the month is I want to do one more remaster. And the remaster is going to be Ironhide and Ratchet. There's a reason for that. And it has something to do with all these leaks. because I feel that the Ironhide and Ratchet video should be like what you point to whenever anyone ever complains about Ironhide and Ratchet being repaints of each other. You should kind of like point them to that video, but it needs some work and needs a little bit of a remastering because, you know, obviously I have a better microphone and all that. And if you like the Constructicon video, that's the reason why I'm doing it. But I am making some new ones come October. So I hope that you guys are excited about some of the new stuff, not only the Transformers stuff, but also the Transformers discussions and videos that I have coming down the pipeline, because, you know, YouTube is not doing a great job at promoting my channel. It's not doing a great job of promoting my videos. I'll do a news video, I'll do a discussion video, I'll do a toy review. From what I can tell, a lot of you guys don't like to watch my toy reviews. I get it. It's fine. There are 20 other really good toy reviewers out there. But you guys want to hear me talk about the information about, you know, whatever character. You want me to do a discussion. You want me to do a retrospective on a series. You want me to do that kind of stuff. It's cool. But I would like you guys, if you want, to leave your thoughts about what Transformers discussion videos you want to see in the comments, because I am going to be reading them and I'm going to be taking your thoughts. Well, I do know that one of the ones of the characters and topics that I want to cover have already been talked about with my patrons and my channel members. So again, leave your thoughts in the comments. And also, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I know a lot of people watch my videos and are not subscribed, because I can see my analytics that more people are not subscribed than are subscribed to the channel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. You know, help support the channel on Patreon, becoming a channel member, or purchasing a t-shirt or anything. I have masks on the Teespring store. Any way to help the channel is always greatly appreciated. So as always, guys, until next time, till all are one.